Welcome to the Third Thoughts podcast. It's your boy Clay. I'm here with the chief himself.
Happy Thougtsgiving, everybody!
Happy Thoughtsgiving. It is a holiday week. We want to do something a little bit different. It's so ridiculous. I can't take myself serious.
Woo!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Clay. I am here with the chief himself in the flesh. It's Thanksgiving week. So today, Tuesday at 4 p.m., it is Thoughtsgiving.
Happy Thoughtsgiving.
Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Thoughtsgiving is today. I thought that Thougtsgiving would be an appropriate name.
I think
now we have to celebrate it 2 days before Thanksgiving every year.
Yes, I think so. Well, 2 days before Thanksgiving is always going to be a Tuesday.
Exactly.
So we can.
Yeah. That's the thing about, people forget that about Thanksgiving. They forget that it's always on the same day of the week, but not always the same date.
Correct.
Many people are confused by that still to this day. We've been doing that a while. At this point, with sucking this helium, so my birthday was last Monday, right? And so I have these balloons in my office. If you're listening, that's why my voice. So I'm sucking the helium out of this balloon because I thought it would be funny for the podcast. So I hope you're laughing. And if you're not, maybe you find joy in some other part of the show today. Because we want to bring joy. That's what I want to do today, Chief. I don't...
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
Google says, whatever you do, never inhale helium from a high-pressure tank. Because it can force bubbles of helium into your arteries that can go to your brain, and this can lead to stroke-like symptoms. So that's not high pressure, but I cannot imagine that...
No, this is a low-pressure balloon. It's been sitting in my office since last Monday.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that is good for your health, though.
It's all in good fun, right?
I'm sure that drinking 3 Coca-Colas over the course of one podcast is probably not healthy either.
No.
But mine just seems more sane.
Yeah, that's low-hanging fruit, I guess. That's been done plenty of times. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. But today, the theme of the podcast, remember, you can always find us on social media at Third Podcast. The email is thirdpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Patreon if you'd like to give money. You can find us on Apple Podcast and Spreaker and SoundCloud and lots of places. So wherever you get your podcast content, you can probably find us there. And if you can't, shoot us an email, shoot us a direct message, and let me know, and I can get it where you need it. Because I just want to give, since it's Thoughtsgiving, I just want to give a good show, and I want to start topics of the week. All right, I'm going to start topics of the week and finish it in a record time.
Okay, go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
In the news this week, more sexual harassment allegations.
Check.
Done. That's it. That's your topics of the week. If you look on any mainstream news, that is what you will read about. You will read about Donald Trump. You will read about North Korea. You will read about all the things we've been talking about, what seems like this entire year. And we just don't want to muddy up the podcast this week with that, being that it's a holiday. And we don't want you to think that we only talk about the same 3 topics every week.
Right, because it's just that's the topics that have been in the news.
Right, we can't help the news.
Right.
But today,
yes,
we did a little bit more digging.
Yes.
And we got some maybe not so mainstream stories.
But still great stories.
Oh, yeah. I think these will be fun to talk about.
It is a great holiday show.
Sure. It's a special.
Absolutely.
And since it's a special, we're going to do a new type of format today. We're going to call it the turkey shoot.
Yeah.
Or shot for shot. Because that'll make more sense when it's not Thanksgiving. But since it's Thoughtsgiving, this is the turkey shoot. Here's how it works, everybody. I shoot a story. We talk about it. Then Chief shoots a story. And we talk about it. And we're just going to go back and forth as long as that takes. Wherever the rabbit trails lead, wherever the turkey trails lead, we're going down them. And if you want to join the conversation, you absolutely can. If you're listening on Spreaker, you can type into the chat and see, you know what? I'm going to type you a message if you're on Spreaker. I'm going to type you a message real quick, and I'm going to say, welcome, everybody. So there's a little chat into the box. If you would like to join the conversation, you can chat there on Spreaker. If you're listening later, you're not left out. You can chat. Of course, you could send us an email or something, but you can chat by leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps.
I'd like to give a shout out to our number one fan, Sean Hughes, who I know is listening today.
Hey, Sean. Good to have you on the live listen, buddy. And we appreciate your support and your continued comments. Listen, you want to know how to interact with a podcast, you ask Sean.
Absolutely.
Because he is involved, and I really appreciate that.
He is an interactor.
Yes. He's the kind of listener you want. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So here it is. The turkey shoot. Shot for shot. I don't have a sound effect for this, so I'm just going to play crowd clapping. Everybody, welcome to Shot for Shot on Third Thoughts. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're absolutely ready.
Let's roll.
No doubt. Okay. Topic number 1. Check out this headline. Plane diverted. Flight attendant quits after passenger threatened to pee on the floor. All right. This story is crazy. So a flight from Birmingham, England was going to Amsterdam.
To Birmingham, England.
From Birmingham, England.
I was expecting it to be Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, when you initially read that just feels mean. When you initially read that headline, you would think.
Yes.
But yeah, so a flight from Birmingham, England to Amsterdam was forced to turn back around after a passenger became aggressive and abusive, in quotes, during a bathroom emergency.
So I'm assuming that the bathroom was occupied.
Just tell me, okay, before I keep reading it, tell me what you think is happening here, just based on that.
I'm thinking that the person is inebriated. They've been in the flight lounge. Uh-huh. They've had too much to drink. They get on the airplane, and they realize that they have to pee, and the bathroom is occupied, and for some reason they feel entitled to an occupied restroom.
That's actually pretty close.
Well,
that's pretty close.
It's what I do.
I don't know that if they were drinking or inebriated, but they got onto the flight, and apparently they were being loud and rowdy, so we can assume. Yeah. One guy has to go to the bathroom. Yeah. He's got to pee. But the flight attendant's like, yo, we're about to take off, so you can't get out of your seat. Wait till we finish takeoff, then you can go to the bathroom. You know, it's standard procedure.
Right.
Okay? So the guy gets belligerent, and he threatens to pee on the floor if the flight attendant won't let him go. And so she's still like, no, you can't go. Like, we got to wait. For a safety reason, you got to wait till we finish takeoff. So just moments after takeoff, the flight attendant herself goes to the bathroom.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
So the captain had given the flight crew the okay to move around the cabin, but not the passengers.
Right.
Right. So she goes. When she comes out of the bathroom, the guy who threatened to pee on the floor is standing there. Yes. Okay.
This is great.
Right? So
drama.
And so he says, you went to the bathroom. Why can't I go to the bathroom? And apparently he was aggressive and waving his arms around. And she said she's been a flight attendant for 7 years. She never experienced this in anything like this. And so they inform the captain. He turns the plane around. They go back to Birmingham, land. Those 3 guys are removed from the flight. And the flight attendant quits her job of 7 years over this incident.
Okay, my question is, did he hold it until they got back?
You know what? They didn't tell us how the story really ended.
So, I mean, the point of the story is he's got to go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So we don't know if he got to relieve himself or if he had to wait until the return trip was completed.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, he apologized to the passengers once they got back. But a judge found him to be at fault, and he was fined about $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah. That's an expensive bathroom trip.
Yeah, and now the flight attendant is working at Starbucks.
I don't know where she's working now, but she's not a flight attendant anymore. You know, that seems like a maybe. I mean, we don't have all the details, obviously. Maybe it was really ridiculous, but that just seems like a kind of a silly reason to quit your job of 7 years.
Yeah, it does. So listen, I've got one for you.
All right.
Mine's better than that.
All right, shoot.
Off-duty Brazil cop reportedly stops attempted robbery while holding his child.
Okay.
So this man and his wife and his kid,
Yeah.
they're in a store shopping in Brazil.
Yeah.
He's an off-duty officer. These two men come in and try to rob the store at gunpoint.
Uh-huh.
So instead of handing his child to his wife, who was squatted down behind a shelf for protection, he has his child in his arm. He draws his weapon and kills both perpetrators. One-handed, and then turns
Old
around and
West.
hands his wife the child, reloads his gun, and checks to make sure that they're dead.
What? So you mean this man emptied a magazine with one hand
Yes.
while holding a baby?
Yeah. It's not a baby. It appears to be maybe toddler size.
Okay, so like 2 or 3.
Looking at the picture, it could be maybe 4 years old.
Really?
It could be bigger than toddler size. Yeah.
That's
hard to say.
impressive.
Yeah.
My dad shoots a lot because he's an instructor, and
Right.
he says it's really, really hard to shoot one-handed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like ridiculously hard. Like you're taught to never do that because it's so inaccurate compared to 2 hands.
Well, but we are talking about Brazil.
Yeah,
We're not talking about the training that American law enforcement gets.
that's insane.
Has he ever practiced while holding you just in case?
No.
No. What's more impressive is that he was able to empty the mag,
Yeah.
kill both perpetrators, and they did not return fire.
Yeah, he must have been like just shooting.
It was like Wild Wild West.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like Jason Bourne, like just those, real quick shots where it's like just ridiculous. Like, how do you shoot and hit that fast? That's just
Yeah.
wow. That's a good story. I like that.
Yeah.
Here, let me shoot you this one.
Okay. No pun intended.
Yeah, well, intended entirely. You're gonna love
okay.
this one. Mysterious object confirmed to be from another solar system. You love these. These are your
Okay.
favorite kind of stories. Okay?
Absolutely.
Astronomers have named interstellar object Oumuamua,
Oh, Muamua.
and its red color suggests that it carries organic molecules that are the building blocks of life.
Oh.
Yeah. So now this thing looks like a missile almost. Like it's long and elongated, and it's metallic, rocky looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about 400 meters long.
Yes.
Okay, and it's unlike
1,200 feet.
yeah, it's unlike anything apparently we've ever found in our solar system. It
Okay.
doesn't match anything we already have. They've named it Oumuamua, and they believe it could be one of 10,000 others lurking undetected in our cosmic neighborhood. That's just a great sentence.
Wow.
Whoever wrote that is
The cosmic neighborhood.
shout out Stuart Clark from The Guardian. That was a sick sentence. The name comes from the Hawaiian term for messenger or scout.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the plot thickens.
Yes. Indeed, it's the first space rock to have been identified as forming around another star rather than our own star.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So apparently it can tell us something about the formation of planets around said star.
But do we
And-
know what said star it came from?
I don't
there's no way.
think so. No, it's just it showed up
Right.
here. It's an extremely dark object, absorbing 96% of the light that falls on the surface.
Mm.
And it's red. So it's like 4% red.
Wow.
96% dark, 4% red. I don't know if that's not really a scientific way to break that down, but
No, it's
that's
not.
the way I think about it.
But here's the cool thing. If we can capture it and we can paint the roof of our houses with it,
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
it would absorb all the sun, and where maybe there would be no need for heating anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of, the economic impact of this Mui Mui rock.
Yeah. Let's see. Listen to this. Surprisingly, they calculate that another 10,000 could be closer to the sun than Neptune is.
Wow. So inside our solar system.
Mm-hmm. Neptune is 30 times further from the sun than Earth. So these rocks are pretty close, relatively speaking. Yet they're currently undetected. This guy's a great writer. Each of these interstellar interlopers would just be passing through. They're traveling too fast to be captured by the gravity of our sun. Yet it still takes them about a decade to cross our solar system and disappear back into interstellar space.
Do they think any of these things are going to pierce Earth?
Well, let's see, the robotic telescope detected it. They look for asteroids. They're trying to discover potentially hazardous objects that could hit Earth. Yeah, I think that's how they found it. But apparently, if the estimates are correct, then roughly 1,000 enter and another 1,000 leave every year.
We just haven't seen them.
Roughly 3 arrive and 3 leave every day.
Wow.
So they're just like flying through space at a ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
Every day, all the time.
Well, talking about flying through space at a ludicrous speed.
Okay.
The war that we've all waited for.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump and LeVar Ball.
Here it is.
Firing intercontinental interloping words at one another over this arrest of his son, his youngest son, no, his middle son, over in China while he's playing basketball in China. He shoplifts his, steals some sunglasses, is arrested. The rest of the UCLA basketball team comes home. He and 2 of his teammates stay there. Trump is in Asia on his 10-day tour.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump intervenes, talks to the Chinese government. They're released.
Yeah.
So now, first of all, the middle ball son, okay, whatever his name is.
It's LiAngelo, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah. Lonzo's the oldest one. LaMelo is the youngest one.
So it's LiAngelo.
LiAngelo. So, yeah. So he is, he says thank you. He thanks the president.
Mm-hmm.
LeVar is asked about it, and he says, Trump who? What was he even doing over there? What's his business? He
said
acts
Trump
like,
who?
He says, he acts like he helped me out or something. This is what he said. Like shoplifting is a big deal.
Yeah.
He said, he's not gangbanging on the street. What is shoplifting? So Trump tweets and says, I should have just left the kid in jail.
Naturally. That's the most Trump response.
Oh, yeah. So now they're interviewing they're interviewing the big baller himself, LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
And they ask him about it, and he says, he didn't do me a favor. He said he acts like he had something to do with it. If I'm going to thank anybody, it's going to be the Chinese president. Because if he really cared, he would have put him on Air Force One and flew him back with him because that plane is really big and there's plenty of space. But my son had to fly back commercial.
It's like LeVar and Donald Trump live in 2 separate parallel universes to our own.
Yes.
But they somehow interact with ours.
And what has happened is that they were both on a slight collision course with everyone else's reality.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that they met our reality at the exact same moment over this issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it has caused, listen, I'm just telling you, this could be the greatest conflict. Forget North Korea, forget Venezuela, forget Mugabe, forget all those other things that are going on. This could be the greatest conflict of our generation.
It's a true clash of the titans.
Oh, it's a clash. I'm not going to say titans.
That's too cool of a word for those guys.
I'm not even going to say it because I've been taught to respect my elders.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Check this. Speaking of clashing and moving at high speeds, I'm just rolling right through that, okay?
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? Fox News host Janine Pirro gets a ticket for speeding at 119 miles per hour.
What?
Yeah. So Janine Pirro, she hosts something on Fox News, but she was given a summons on Sunday for driving 119 miles per hour in upstate New York. So she was going nearly double the speed limit, which was 65. And she said she'd been driving for hours to go visit her mom, and she just didn't realize how fast she was going. She's willing to pay the consequences. But can you imagine? I mean, she was pulled over at 1:15 p.m. This is the middle of the day, Route 17 in Nichols, New York. That is just 100. Have you ever been 119 miles an hour, Chief?
I've been 100 miles an hour one time.
I've been 120 miles an hour once. There's no way you don't know that that's happening.
Correct.
That is intense. I mean, even in a car with no, I mean, you can't feel wind or anything.
Yeah, what was she driving?
I don't, it doesn't really say, but at the end of the article, it does talk about, apparently her husband was on trial for tax evasion back in 2000, and they had a luxury car collection that was enumerated for the jury. So apparently they're into cars.
Okay, so it's possible she's in a top of the line automobile.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can understand, there's no noise. But at 119 miles an hour, whatever you're driving has to feel like it's floating.
Well, yeah. And surely you would, I mean, you're moving past other cars and objects on the side of the road really quick.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not 1 o'clock in the morning. There's other people on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to realize I'm moving at a ridiculous speed. You would think. I mean, I've been 120 miles an hour on the interstate. I wasn't driving. I can't release the name of who was driving. We were in a nice car, and we might have raced a white Porsche with a 50-year-old man and his 20-year-old girlfriend in it. That might have been the scenario. I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying that might have been what happened in the middle of the day.
Do I know the person that was driving?
Yeah. That might have happened while I was in college, but when we got to 120, it was scary.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's terrifying.
Yeah, I was in a Corvette with a professional race car driver.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he's won more races in the American Le Mans series than any other driver. I was in the car with him, and yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, I mean,
I was trying to lean over. Now this is part of what made it scary as well. We're going 120 miles an hour, and I'm trying to document things for his website.
Okay.
So I'm leaning over while he's driving. I have to undo my seatbelt because I'm trying to lean over to be able to get the camera between him and the windshield so I can take a picture of the heads-up display that registers the speed.
Yeah.
And it was intense because every bump.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, we're dead.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's no way maybe you didn't realize. I don't know. It would be really hard for me to believe that you don't realize you're going that fast. For sure.
Yeah. You know how fast you're going. Okay. Wild conspiracy theory claims that Apollo moon landing was faked. And he says he has new photographic evidence to prove it.
Oh, man. Okay.
So this guy...
Some people really don't know what beating a dead horse is, do they?
No, this horse has been beat to a pulp. So he has this picture. He's blown up. It's not a new picture. It's not a new picture. But he has blown up this picture, and he's looking into the reflection on the visor of the astronaut.
Yeah.
And his first question is, why is there no reflection of the camera taking the picture? I don't know. I can't answer that. But then he has this object circled and blown up. And, of course, it's about as grainy as the Bigfoot pictures, And he says this is a picture of a man with long hair wearing a waistcoat circa 1970s. and it is not an astronaut. It looks like an astronaut in the picture to me. It certainly does not look like a man with long hair wearing a waistcoat circa 1970. So, yeah, but this supposedly proves that we didn't actually make it to the moon. So there's that. But what I really want to use this to just kind of springboard off of is not really the moon landing.
Okay.
Because let's face it, you either believe it or you don't believe it.
Yeah. And either way, it's pretty much irrelevant at this point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know, if the objective was to fake the moon landing so that Russia would spend all of their money and go bankrupt trying to make it to the moon, so be it. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
It literally has no effect on life now.
No, absolutely. So, conspiracy theories, myths, legends. Let's try to name the best ones.
The best myths and legends?
Yeah, let's just name the best myths and legends. We're just going to go back and forth. We're going to call this rapid fire.
Okay.
You give me one, I'll give you one, and we'll just see what happens.
Well, I mean, you got to say Bigfoot, right?
I'm not of the opinion that that is a myth or a legend.
Wait, oh gosh.
Bigfoot's real.
Okay. Oh, well, do you think the moon landing was real?
Yes.
Okay, well, all right. What you got?
Yeah. How about Loch Ness?
See, I think Loch Ness is totally believable.
Okay, yeah, that's what makes it. It's not a myth or a legend or a conspiracy theory if it's not somewhat believable.
Well, see, I feel like you try to discount Bigfoot as being one because he's real.
Well,
okay, here's a question. Do you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch are the same thing?
Yes.
So it's
and
not.
Yeti.
And Yeti. So you
Same
think
species.
But they're regional variants?
Regional variances, yes. Yeah. Maybe Yeti's just an old Bigfoot and he's gray.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. How about I guess this one's kind of touchy a little bit, but I mean, do you think 9/11 was set up?
No, I don't think any.
You don't think that was an American government thing?
No, absolutely.
That's
not.
a big one. People like to meme that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Not that I think America is above it.
You just don't think that particular one was a
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so shooting back at you, Sandy Hook.
You think Sandy Hook was orchestrated?
I'm just saying that it is a conspiracy theory that's out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe it's a conspiracy theory. It's just labeled a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, you know, all of the footage and the videos and the pictures. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff there. Mm-hmm. So that's mine to you, Sandy Hook.
Jeez, that's a good one. I'm having trouble thinking of.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know it'd be this easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually struggling.
How about JFK? Was there another shooter?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know.
No, yes.
I don't know. That's one of those, I feel like maybe it's because they happened in the same kind of time period, but that and the moon landing is like, let's just.
Elvis, was he really dead?
Well, I guess you bring up Tupac too then, huh?
Absolutely. Anna Nicole?
I don't know. Is that really one?
Michael Jackson?
Now that one's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe his doctor did it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying that's kind of the question.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Las Vegas shooting.
That's a fresh one.
Yeah. Was there another shooter on the 19th floor?
Wow. Yeah, man.
What was the shot that was fired when the police entered the room? They say it was an inadvertent discharge of a weapon. Where's the hard drive?
Where is the hard drive?
And what does the hard drive prove?
I don't know. It could be literally anything. It could go from the hard drive could be like a key component to figuring the whole thing out, or it could just be totally useless.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know, conspiracy theories. It's one of those things that the curiosity of the mind. We love to grab hold of those things.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting a huge one. Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
That people are they legit believe the Earth is still flat. Like it has always been flat, and this was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why? Like why?
I don't know.
That's my thing about it. What difference does it make?
Do they think that somebody lives on the other side of the flatness?
Well, I think
or do you just fall off the edge?
No, I think the general consensus in that group is that there's an ice wall, like Game of Thrones. There's an ice wall that surrounds it's like a disc, and the ice wall surrounds the disc, so you can't go over the edge.
We can't fly over it.
It's a big ice wall.
It's ridiculous.
I know. It's just does it matter, honestly, if that's the case?
Is it Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving?
That's Kyrie Irving.
Believes the earth is flat.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw him play the other night, actually.
Yeah.
Went to the game.
How was that?
It was good. I don't really, I'm just not a huge basketball guy, but it's cool to see those famous guys on the court. I mean, it's just.
Oh, yeah, incredible athletes.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, Atlanta Hawks. Speaking of sports, that's a great segue, Chief. It's like you planned this, but
we don't.
We really don't. I literally just hit record, and this is what happens.
What happens.
Check this out. A little sports action for you.
Yeah.
It's a user on Reddit made this post in the NFL subreddit, and he says, the 0-10 Cleveland Browns can still make the playoffs if these 46 things all happen.
I could still weigh 180 pounds.
Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. You going to read them all?
Oh, I'm going to read them all. I got to. We got time. Strap in, everybody, because we're about to read 46 things that must happen all together for the Cleveland Browns to make the playoffs this year. Week 12 coming up. Number 1, the Browns must beat the Bengals. Number 2, the Chiefs beat the Bills. 3, Titans beat the Colts. 4, Patriots beat the Dolphins. 5, Broncos Raiders tie. 6, Texans beat the Ravens. 7, Cowboys beat the Chargers. 8, Panthers beat the Jets. That's just the first week. Okay, ready? Week 13, number 1. Browns beat the Chargers. 2, Patriots beat the Bills. 3, Broncos beat the Dolphins. 4, Jags beat the Colts. 5, Chiefs beat the Jets. 6, Titans beat the Texans. 7, Steelers beat the Bengals. 8, Lions beat the Ravens. 9, Giants beat the Raiders. Week 14, Browns beat the Packers. Notice that Browns beat starts all of these.
Which makes it impossible.
Yeah. Browns beat the Packers. 2, Colts beat the Bills. Jets beat the Broncos. Chiefs beat the Raiders. Patriots beat the Dolphins. Bears beat the Bengals. Redskins beat the Chargers. 49ers beat the Texans. Week 15.
Wait a minute, the 49ers have to beat somebody also?
Yep. They have one win.
Wow.
All right, week 15. Browns beat the Ravens. Broncos beat the Colts. Chiefs beat the Chargers. Dolphins beat the Bills. Jaguars beat the Texans. Saints beat the Jets. Vikings beat the Bengals. Cowboys beat the Raiders. Week 16. Browns beat the Bears. Ravens beat the Colts. Chiefs beat the Dolphins. Chargers beat the Jets. Patriots beat the Bills. Steelers beat the Texans. Redskins beat the Broncos. Finally, we make it to week 17, everybody, and the Browns must beat the Steelers. The Chiefs must beat the Broncos. The Colts must beat the Texans. The Bills and Dolphins must tie. The Patriots beat the Jets, and the Bengals beat the Ravens. The Browns make the playoffs at 6-10. Chief, what do you think?
How much time I'm never going to get that time in my life back.
No, you're not, but it was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
I sold it fairly well.
What I love the fact is that there has to be 2 ties.
Isn't that just crazy? That must happen.
Here's what else is crazy. Somebody went through the trouble to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm going to read his username because I don't know if he'll ever hear this, but user Mr. Mullen Labe on Reddit. Shout out
Mullen
to you,
Labe. There you go.
Mullen Labe.
Shout out to you. Give him a follow if you want obscure Cleveland Browns facts. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, the first comment is great. It says, week 12, in quotes. Number 1, Browns beat. Man, tough break, guys. Almost had it.
Yes, that is great. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well, there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah, there is. And if it happened, I might be a Browns fan.
And there's a chance, like I said earlier, that I could still weigh 180 pounds one day.
I think you could do it. There's a chance. That means it's possible.
Yeah, there's a chance. Like, it's
Do you think it's more likely that you'll do that or that the Browns make the playoffs this year?
It's more likely the Browns make the playoffs.
Well, you said it, not me.
Yeah. Bro, my head weighs 100 pounds. Right now, my head weighs 100 pounds.
Oh, my gosh. Hit me with a story, bro.
How about this one? Sergio Canavero, an Italian doctor, is set to perform the first head transplant. Actually,
speaking of heads,
it will actually be a body transplant.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, the first head transplant. And here's the thing, I laughed about this until I searched it. Mm-hmm. In September of 2015, they interviewed the candidate. Now, this is the guy that is going to receive the transplant. He has a muscular degenerative disease.
Right.
They began talking about this, and they interviewed this Sergio Canavero, and this is what he said. It's going to take about 2 years to be able to get all of the process in place so that it can actually be done. So here we are, November 2017, 2 years later, and the surgery now has a date.
Wow. So this guy's been waiting.
Yeah, he's been waiting 2 years.
Okay.
So here's the crazy part.
Here's the crazy part.
Here's the crazy
part. None of
part.
that other stuff was crazy. Here's the crazy part.
He has already successfully is in quotes. You can't see that in the audience. Successfully completed a head transplant on 2 cadavers.
Cadaver? What? Cadavers are dead.
Right. So I don't know how successful. I think I could successfully do that with duct tape and some tweezers.
I mean, how do you measure success there?
Right. I mean, you pick the body up and the head doesn't fall off.
I guess you really have to define success in this situation.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes. So next, they're going to do a test on a brain-dead subject and a cadaver.
Okay.
Once again, how do you define success?
So, wait. So which head are they moving in that one?
Okay, they're going to take the cadaver body and attach it to the brain-dead head.
So if the brain dead head just continues to be brain dead, does that mean success?
Yes.
So it's because it's not fully dead.
I'm assuming.
So
yes.
if the head dies completely, it's a failure.
So listen to the jump in stage 3 now, though.
Okay.
Stage 1, cadaver to cadaver.
Yeah.
Stage 2, brain dead to cadaver.
Cadaver to brain dead.
Cadaver to brain dead. Stage 3, we're making a huge jump here. Brain dead to living subject. I'm going to want some more clinical trials before people cut my head off and try to put it on another body.
So So you're saying this surgery went through 3. It's only the third is the actual thing.
Yes.
So it only went through 2 test phases.
Yes.
I feel like they test makeup on animals more than that.
And here's the thing about the article. The article says that it's very unethical because it could create lots of pain for the person that receives the transplant. I mean, it could also create lots of death,
right,
for the person that is getting the transplant.
Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine waking up from that surgery and having an entirely different body from the neck down?
Yeah, what if I woke up and my body was slower than my other body? Okay, I'm just saying my legs are slower than my other legs. And I get to the street and I look and I think, wow, I can beat that car across the street.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's fine.
And my body's slower.
Just get nailed by the car.
Right. Or what if my body can't catch?
Okay.
My old body could. And I go out to play catch with my kids and they knock my teeth out with a baseball.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Then you have to get a teeth transplant.
Yeah. Right.
What percentage of your body is your head, do you think?
It depends on what you're talking about.
I don't think it does.
It does. It depends. I'm talking about, if you're talking about mass, that's one thing. But if you're talking about actual who I am.
No, okay, yeah, I'm talking about mass.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Have you not seen Jerry Maguire? Mm-mm. The human head weighs 8 pounds. Mm-hmm. So it's still relative to how much the rest of your body weighs.
Well, does everybody's head weigh 8 pounds?
I just told you my head weighs 100 pounds.
But that's not true either. That's
And
one
most
of those
of it
myths
is
and
brain.
legends.
Most of it is brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, let's move to sports. We got 5 minutes.
You're gonna
Let's
move to sports? Hang
yeah.
on, I got a really great one.
Okay, go.
I got a really great one.
Listen. Happy Thoughtsgiving has been great.
This is fun. This
Yeah,
is
it is.
actually great. This would be a great like every fourth week or something.
I don't know if I'd listen to it, but yeah, it's been great.
It's been fun for us. Listen, this is a great story. Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Ford rescues woman from car accident.
Did he crash his plane into it?
No. No, he in north of Los Angeles, he's with a friend and they heard the crash and he went and helped this lady out. But I mean, I always like that kind of stuff because Harrison Ford's always like the hero in the movies, right? Indiana Jones, Han Solo. I mean, he's a hero.
Do you think he put the hat on?
I don't know. Do you think he was carrying a whip? Like, actually did the
Oh
thing?
wow! Played the theme music on his iPhone while he was running to the scene.
That'd been pretty sick. I wish I could have seen that happen.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I just thought that was a good wholesome story to end out shot for shot on because I love Harrison Ford. Great.
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to sports. Let's go to college playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Dude, I tell you what. This has revealed these last few weeks have really revealed the bias at ESPN for me.
Oh, calling out ESPN. Are you calling out ESPN?
I'm calling them out. Because here's the thing. There's no reason. Now listen, I'm a Florida State Seminoles fan.
Yes.
Through and through. I hate the Miami Hurricanes.
Yes.
I don't care what they do. If they win 0 games or win all of them, I hate them. But there's no way you can put Oklahoma over Miami.
No.
ESPN put Oklahoma over Miami in the power rankings. Alabama number 1. Now I know it's different than the playoff ranking. That comes out tonight. But the power rankings, how can you put undefeated Miami, who's beat 2 good ranked teams, under Oklahoma after Oklahoma's big win was over 1-win Kansas? Kansas is historically bad, bro.
Yeah, I've got another question about that too.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield's punishment.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to start.
Yeah.
He's not going to get to be a captain on senior day.
Right.
How many snaps does he miss?
Probably like 3.
Yeah, I'm saying first series.
Yeah, I mean, if they go 3 and out, he's back in the next offensive series.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, he shouldn't have acted that way at all. I mean, that was just absurd. I can't vote for him.
Right.
You know, like he's an incredible athlete, you know, whatever, but that was just dumb.
Oklahoma's Midwest, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
mean geographically?
Geographically, yeah.
Yeah.
If he was on the East or West Coast, it would be a big deal. But nobody cares about those teams that play in the Midwest.
Yeah, it was just unnecessary conduct, not just sportsmanlike, you know, being unsportsmanlike, but
what ticked him off was the fact
they wouldn't shake his hand.
They wouldn't shake his hand. So you do realize that those players also got stripped of their captaincy.
The Kansas players?
Yeah, the Kansas players are no longer captains either.
Yeah.
So okay. So what's your 4? Your 4.
My 4.
Got to go quick.
I'm going Alabama,
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Dude, I think Wisconsin deserves it.
Okay.
And I gotta go Clemson, I guess.
Okay. My 4. I'm gonna go Alabama, Miami, Clemson, UCF.
Of course. There it is. UCF.
But
man.
what is the committee gonna do?
Probably Alabama, Miami, Oklahoma, Clemson. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean,
if they do it that way, that still leaves room for when Miami or Clemson gets beat for Wisconsin to slip in there. They win.
I'm Wisconsin. I'm pulling for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's go Badgers.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for Thoughtsgiving on Third Thoughts, the podcast. My name is Clay. As always, I'm with the Chief, and we are outie. Have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourselves. Eat lots of pavo turkey.
Ah,
We'll see you next time.